see, are we live yet? Yeah, we're already live. What's up, everybody? The Kind Squirrel here, bringing you guys another live stream on DLive and Twitch. And let's see how everything goes. I gotta go find where that thing dropped. So enjoy the title sequence as it goes. Found it. Let's get this tied. Alright, let's continue where I left off. My short stream a couple streams ago. Alright, let's see how far I get today. So I want to try and finish this game by this weekend, because my summer is almost over. Alright, set them out again. Okay, where was I gonna go? Wrong button. Oh, I just gotta go inside.
Okay, Fee. I need you to find us our next Earth Pulse point.
I found one, but it's really, really far. Way up in the northeast.
If it's that far out, it has to be an Engand.
Engand is a collection of small islands. There's a comparatively bigger one called Lionel Island, but that's the exception.
Yeah, I think the Earth Pulse point's probably out there.
Engand, huh? Those waters are haunted by ghost ships, you know.
Ghost ships?
Yep. Legend has it they snatch up
Engand.
wrongdoers who bear lingering
name.
regrets and whisk them away to that
Very, very
eternal
interesting
voyage.
name.
That doesn't sound promising.
Currents from all over the world converge in Engand's waters, so a lot of shipwrecks from distant seas end up there as their final resting place.
Uh-huh. Ah, so that's where the stories of ghost ships come from.
Boo. You guys have no imagination.
I'd rather they stay imaginary myself.
We should still be careful.
We'll be fine. Ghost ship, exorcist, whatever comes along.
I hope all the
We'll be
volumes
the
come
ones to
through good.
administer their last rites.
Let's see. Set sail.
Just one Therian to go. When I escaped, Ceres told me that Artorias could still be killed. That means she must have known everything. That Enominat is incomplete. How Therians work. But why did she betray Artorias? Why did she give me her strength? I know that try as you might, some fires can never fully be extinguished. But what made you go so far as to feed yourself to me? Tell me, why did you do it, sis? Ugh, what am I saying? Ceres was a Moloch. Just a Moloch. Just focus on what has
Unless
to
she
be
actually
done.
really was your sister.
Once the Therians are all together, I can end this. That's
Your
all
sister
that
become Moloch
matters.
just like your brother.
That's
become
all I
Moloch.
need to think about.
I wonder. I mean, could be mistaken, but then again, in Zestiria, they had some characters that. Let's see. I know in Zestiria there were some humans that had become Seraphim, or basically the Molochs, so it could be possible that that Ceres was actually her sister. It's all conjecture.
That prince you brought back is one interesting guy. He's happy playing with the dogs, right? And that's perfectly normal. But I swear, he even naps with them. And that hawk, with a big smile on his face?
And when Dial or Kamawana ask him to put in some work, he doesn't make a face or nothing. He just gets right to it.
Wait, they're asking the prince to do chores for them? Isn't that a little much?
Yeah, honestly, I was worried about it too. But when I asked him about it, he said not to worry. And get this! The guy says when he lived in the palace, he couldn't even yawn without getting permission. He couldn't even play with his dogs, let alone help other people with their tasks. Everything was the job of his servants. So anything we tell him to do, no matter how trivial, the guy happily does it. Says he really feels like he's alive.
Wow! Feels like he's too good a guy to be a prince.
You got it backwards. I'd love to see what a nice guy who gets the common folk does once he starts calling the shots.
But if he were to rejoin the royal family, he'd be our enemy, wouldn't he?
At the very least, he wouldn't try to control how we think, like the Abbey's doing now.
Either way, you're pirates. You plunder other people's ships. I think you'd be the enemy of any state.
You're not wrong. Alright, so let's head out to Endgan. Actually, kind of a fitting name, Endgan, where it all is going to come to an end, in theory. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it's about ready. Time to go. Alright, let's head to end again. Let's see.
Aw, come on! It's fine.
No, it's not. You have to do it right.
You're so mean, Medissa. If you keep telling me what to do, I'll hate you.
Fine, hate me then. So long as you do what I say.
Fine. I love you, Medissa, and you don't even care.
What's going on here?
Eleanor, Medissa's being mean. She keeps telling me to dry my hair after my bath, but I don't wanna.
What? Is that all you're arguing about?
This is important. Just because she's a Therian doesn't mean she can't catch a cold.
But I won't. I won't catch a cold. I swear. I don't want to take Mom's yucky, awful medicine, so I'm not gonna get sick.
If you insist on being so stubborn, we can do this the hard way.
There's no need for everyone to get so worked up. Her hair's pretty much dry already, right?
Yeah, what she said.
I'm spoiling her, aren't I?
Seriously. Look, we don't even know what would happen if a Therian catches a cold, let alone how to treat it.
That's true.
But look, I get it. I know you feel responsible for her.
You mean what happened to her mother?
Yeah, Laphicet told me about it.
My, look who's a little tattletale. I'm sorry, but I thought Medissa should know, just in case.
It's fine, I suppose. I should have told her myself.
Well, at least I understand everything now. It's all too tragic for words.
Yes. And the knowledge would not be something that a young child could possibly bear. I'm not planning on telling her.
That's probably your only option. But do you really think you can keep lying to her forever?
I have to. For her own sake.
For her, huh?
All right. I'll go with you on this.
You two are going through an awful lot of trouble for a selfish kid.
All kids are selfish. They're selfish. But that's what their families and their mothers should be there for. Don't you have any memories like that yourself?
Sorry, but I'd rather just keep them to myself.
Pish and piffle. Everybody and their issues, am I right?
You're not wrong, Mogulu. You're not wrong. Ooh, there's Dial. Alright. Alright. Assuming that's in-game. Now that's way out of the way. Far edge of the map.
We're coming up on Lionel Island.
So much for the ghost ships.
Should we expect another welcome party waiting for us again?
No. I had the Bloodwings spread a rumor that we were raiding an Abbey compound far, far from here.
As far as plans go, that's better than nothing.
All this cloak and dagger. Give me a good old frontal assault any day.
First mate, sir. There's a ship drifting ahead of us.
A ghost ship?
It's an Abbey ship. Their flag. It's a distress signal.
Understood. Commence approach.
Are you actually going to help an enemy ship?
A ship signaling distress has neither allies nor enemies. That's a code all seafarers abide by.
It's an obvious trap.
Not even pirates would use a distress signal for a surprise attack. Of course, after we rescue a ship, we still strip them of everything they've got.
Anyway, if it's a trap, we'll kill everyone on board. Simple.
A waste of time if you ask me.
Oh, things don't look good there. Hold on. Where did it go? Where did it go? First, like how that work would be to go from Sheila's Ohio. let's see. Okay, I can focus on my stream now that I got those alerts up. Let's keep going. Ooh.
Is this the Corsair Scourge?
Benwick, do we still have any Salatoma left?
Yes, sir. If this is their full crew, we should have enough on board to treat them.
Now that you mention it, don't Abbey ships usually have a bigger crew?
These were all who were aboard when I hijacked the ship and made them set sail.
Teresa!
I knew I was being reckless, but I never expected we'd run afoul of the Corsair's Scourge.
Oh,
But
wow.
you know, I'm glad we did, since it brought me to you.
You seriously plan to fight in that condition?
No. I know you've won this one. Use me as you will.
Use you?
This is
Don't
a
bother
trap.
asking. It's a trap.
Lionel Island is where you'll find Dees. Aetherian. My brother Oscar is guarding over it.
We can handle him just fine.
You should know that Oscar's acquired a powerful new art. Its formula developed by Lord Melchior. The art heightens a Malak's power far beyond its normal limits. The effect is incredible. Normal arts don't even compare. Even were you to win, you wouldn't come away unscathed.
Why are you telling us this?
The art is still untested and imperfect. There's no guarantee its caster will survive the effects. I don't want anything to happen to Oscar. If I'm your hostage, Oscar won't move against you. This will afford you a window to snatch the Therian and make your escape.
You're willing to betray the Abbey?
There's nothing in this world that could ever replace Oscar. I know you can't trust me, so don't give me your medicine. I'll place my life in your hands.
Wow.
Just save Oscar.
Lady Teresa!
If true, this information will be of use to us. For now, let's bring her aboard and give her the medicine.
Corsair Scourge. Oy, oy, oy.
So, you're going to believe her story?
An art that boosts a Malak's power far beyond its normal limits. Sounds like we might be in for a real fight.
No kidding.
And she said that Melchior developed it too.
Maybe this explains why he was so intent on acquiring that Siegfried relic.
If this is all true, a frontal assault might not be the best idea.
But why do you think Teresa is willing to go so far to protect Oscar?
Oscar is the second son of the Dragonia family, aristocrats with ancestral ties to the Asgard royal lineage. From what I understand, he was sent to the Abbey in the hopes of strengthening his family's ties to the group.
For the good of the bloodline. Happens all the time.
Teresa followed him to the Abbey, where she's been his constant savior, even if she's kept it from him.
So she's another noble too. Could have had an easy life if she just kept in her place.
No, Teresa was conceived, outside of formal matrimony, and her mother was not of what you'd call high standing.
Oh, wow.
It happens more often than you might think. My mother died, and my father's wife never cared for me. So I merely served the Dragonia family as a maid. Those were dark, lonely times for me. But Oscar. Oscar was the only one who called me his sister and embraced me as family. Does a sister need any other reason to want to save her brother?
So you're back on your feet.
My sincere thanks for the medicine.
I can
I
understand her
can't
stuff.
use you as a hostage if you're dead. Where's the Therian?
Ahead through the Baird Marsh are the ruins of an ancient kingdom. There you'll find the Earth Pulse Point, along with Oscar.
What happened to number 1?
Lord Artorius took number 1 away from me. As it stands, I'm without the powers of an exorcist. As such, whether I live or die is for you people to decide. Once Oscar is safe, you can do whatever you like to me.
Man, this story is
We'll
having
do as
more
you
twists
wish.
and turns.
All of it. I know you know this, Fee, but don't let your guard down for 1 second.
I won't.
Eater of gold. Alright, let's go ahead and save and then continue on in. You never know when a game's gonna crash, you never know what's gonna happen. But let's keep going. The story elements of the game are just getting more and more interesting and deep.
I'll send a Sylph J if anything comes up here. Have a safe trip.
Thanks.
Still, why would the Abbey build anything all the way out here?
Teresa, what do you know?
This island may be uninhabited now, but judging from the ruins, we can tell that civilization has flourished and fallen here many times. This island lies at a focal point of air and sea currents, as well as the flow of the Earth Pulse. That means that malevolence gathers here too.
Is that why civilization has risen and fallen here before?
It is. Furthermore, the malevolence of those long-dead people still lingers here, lost and unfading.
Even after so long?
The more they prospered, the greater the loss of life.
Normally, this sort of thing could not be ignored. The malevolence here should have been dealt with in haste.
But because the Abbey is scheming to resurrect Inominat, there's no way they'd want to waste such a bounty. Bursting with malevolent juiciness, and no meddlesome people around to cause trouble. There couldn't be a more perfect spot.
If there's one place they'd put a Therian, it's here.
That's insane.
This is an Abbey encampment. No one's stationed here now, but it's well maintained.
From what I could gather, it will be approximately 10 days before the next patrol stops by.
That's more than enough time to find the Therian and get it off the Earth Pulse.
We can rest here too. No need to rush things. We'll find the Therian, but let's do it right.
Let's see. What do they have that can be bought? Let's see. Can I enhance any of my weapons? Actually, let's see. Dismantle. Yes. Upper upper. Alright, let's go ahead and enhance some of the different stuff. There we go. Oh. Got that extra bonus. Let's see. Flame ward. Alright, let's go ahead and dismantle some of the stuff though. Actually, let's see. Um, pants, some different shoes. Let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and... I haven't checked my equipment for a while. Alright, mastered that. Alright, he's almost got that one done. Let's see. And for Halbert. Let's see. Alright. Oh, my expedition's returned.
Alright.
Ooh, those are skills for the next one.
Show him how Ifrid's crew can sail.
Actually, let's go ahead and... let's see. Yeah, we'll just leave it. And wait, enhance. Let's see. Alright, let's continue on. Any treasure? Ooh. Treasure chest. War fragments. Cane bottle. Great gel. A rat pig meat. Actually, that reminds me, I probably have some things I could sell. Let's see. whole lot of things, but all these random things. What's this over there? Foamy fluid. I'm not worried about that stuff. So let's keep going.
Teresa, it's been a while.
We haven't seen each other since the throne. But that doesn't seem like so long ago to me. Not when I keep hearing so much about you. Eleanor Hume, the traitor.
What of the Corsair Scourge?
Nothing to worry about. I've had my dose of Salatoma.
Was it as bad as you remembered it? Brings you back to when you were an initiate, doesn't it?
Why did you betray us, Eleanor? When the Abbey made you a patrolling inspector, they placed great responsibility upon you. Oscar should have been the one to take on that role. He had already been selected for it. But you wanted it so very badly, and that sweet, naive man that he is, he let you take it.
I had no idea. Oscar had already been chosen?
Yes, and after he passed on it, he was stationed on that dangerous island where he sustained that awful wound. And now, you accompany the monster that nearly killed him. I feel I have a right to some answers.
My desire to save humanity has not changed. I have simply found a path different from the Abbey's.
I don't find that answer acceptable.
Not too bad.
I didn't think that you would. I know very well that you offer no compromises when it comes to Oscar.
You're right. I don't. Be sure to inform your new friends of that fact. In order for me to protect Oscar, I'm going to need you all to trust me. That's all I have to say to you.
I understand.
Brutal. What do you hear here?
I heard that they use this island to hold exiled prisoners. Just looking at this place depresses me. I hate it here.
We can't go carelessly wandering about. This place is dangerous.
I know. Still, from the looks of those ruins, there used to be one impressive civilization here. I can practically taste the hidden treasure.
The punishment for tomb raiding is quite strict, you know.
Think I'd be a pirate if I was afraid of the Abbey?
I won't stop you from looking for loot. But if you get into trouble, don't expect us to save you. Got it?
Aye, aye, sir.
Indeed. Alright. So now we gotta go through the marsh. Find that earth hole. But let's save first. What enemies will we find? I wonder what level they'll be at. Probably close to 40. I'm 50 something in my levels, so I should be alright. Yeah, 54. Whoa! Didn't realize that was a monster. But let's take it on.
We can do this!
Oh no, 35. Got him.
Your style is really unique.
I'll finish this now.
Oh, these bots are smaller. They have that face thing, so it looks like that. Got him.
They were nothing.
I'll finish this quick.
Oh, almost the left.
I'm not one to go easy.
I'll finish this quick.
You're not hurt, are you?
Broken artifact. Those can be sold. What the heck? Let's put the pickle there we go. Oh, can't go around that way.
I'll show you the beauty of my
You guys down.
Well then, let's move on.
Bam, bam, bam. 2. Easy breezy.
I'll finish this
Hollow
quickly.
freeze. Got him.
I did good, didn't I?
I'll show you the beauty of my spearwork.
Got him.
Not even worth my time.
Quartz cracking shine.
I'll finish this now.
That's all.
Your style is really unique.
Let's see. This does have all these like experience booster things, but I don't know if they're actually working. Let's see. I love finding treasure chests. Actually, let's battle these little slugs.
I hope I did a good job.
Alright, let's continue. Alright, so they have all these seals. And I'm guessing I don't have to trip them both, but that's probably what these other ones over here are for. So that open these ones up. Yeah, that's what I thought. Keep going. Don't be.
That power number 2 displayed at the throne. Hard to believe he had that hidden in him. Lord Melchior said that number 1 was full of untapped potential as well. If I have the talent to use it.
Teresa, my lady, you seem angry.
Me? At what?
At me, for running away and joining Velvet.
Oh, that? I was careless. An enemy stole a tool of mine. I'm merely frustrated at my own incompetence.
A tool?
I don't care what happens to me now. Not as long as I can save Oscar.
I'm the one who hurt your precious brother. And you're asking for my help now?
Yes, you hurt him. You scarred his face, and his honor, and his heart.
Still holding a grudge then? Well, at least you won't be able to kill me in my sleep.
With no Malakim, I'm an ordinary woman. How could I threaten the Lord of Calamity? I'm painfully aware of my own weakness.
Good. Okay. Try to keep out of the way then.
Lady Teresa, Velvet isn't so different from you. She had a little brother,
I know all about the Lord of Calamity, but none of that matters to me, as powerless as I am now. This is the only path for me. It's the only way I can save Oscar.
Lady Teresa.
All these random sequences. Be able to advance one way. Oh, treasure chest. Let's see where this way leads. What dragons? Going. But luckily I can do it. Treasure chest. That's before I can advance
Malakim are just tools.
What are you brooding over?
I know. Velvet, Eleanor, or Teresa. You're not sure whose little brother you want to be, eh? In that case, I assure you I'm the kindest of the
No, you're
lot.
not.
The cruelest, most devious. That's not what's on my mind. There's something I need to say to Lady Teresa.
Something you wish to say? Then speak, number 2.
That's just it. I'm not number 2. I'm Laphicet.
Laphicet?
Yeah.
It's the name Velvet gave me. It's very important to me.
Something can be important to you?
Yes, I have feelings. You see, Malakim are not tools.
Very well. I shall call you Laphicet from now on.
Thank you, Lady Teresa.
You're kinder than you look, my dear Teresa.
Thank you, Teresa.
You misunderstand. With so much at stake, I don't want to rock the boat.
Velvet, tell me what you know about Teresa and Oscar. I want a clear picture of what they can do.
All right. Teresa and Oscar are...
I can give you the lowdown on everything Abby. Lady Teresa and Oscar are the best of the best, even among the praetors. Some call them the
Bienfu's
consuls.
fanboy.
There are
Such
only
a
around
fanboy.
100 praetors in the world, so we're talking very
Too
elite.
funny.
Anyone called a consul is going to be adept at both fighting and leadership. They are key figures entrusted with responsibility for major cities and institutions.
The fighting part is all we have to worry about. Are they better than you, Eleanor?
Yes, I was a primus, which is a full rank below them. I could never overcome Teresa's arts or Oscar's swordsmanship in our practice battles.
When they were still trainees, they worked together to wipe out dozens of demons in a single night. After that, Lord Melchior kept a close eye on them.
Appreciated. I'll be on my guard.
Together they sound like a real threat. Thankfully, we're only after Oscar alone.
But Oscar has mastered a new art developed by Lord Melchior. You can count on it being a nasty one.
You really do know a lot about this stuff.
It's a little suspicious.
You think so? Well, I was at the Abbey, so...
Why don't you call him Lord Oscar?
That's what's bothering you? It's because we're both so popular with the ladies. I consider him a rival.
Okay. Bienfu's creepy.
Our scout ship... Scout ship...
Alright. You gotta go. Let's see, where was that other? It gets complicated for these things. There we go. Huh. Oh. Oh. What way am I supposed to go? At least I found the treasure chest. This is kind of gold. Alright, let's take on.
You'll be rust on my blade.
They were nothing.
I just don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. If not, I'll find a YouTube video that'll explain it. There we go.
Hey, is everyone all right?
Have to do the right combo. Or those things. Where is it? Is there any... At this point, I don't know. There's another one I gotta trip. Where are the... Oh, there. That one. That's what I need to continue on. I believe. If not, then I don't know. Oh, I see. I tripped him in the wrong order. Small puzzles. But at least I get to continue on. You always gotta make things so complicated. Oh. I know what I need that for. Let's go get a level up, though.
Always be on guard.
But I'm just full of Form Zero!
Got them all.
You really do have a peculiar air about you.
Yeah, I don't think you're one of tough.
Alright, so I'm gonna go this way. Level up to 55, that should be good to go. Cat box. I don't care as much about that right now. Let's just keep going. Let's see if there's a blue one. Yeah. Switch back to fire. All these different barriers. Keep going. Come on. There we go.
Right then.
Close my God, this big ball. No.
I unleashed all my power. Maybe I overdid it.
Oh, I gotta go to this one. And I'm guessing there's a wind one door. I'm just guessing there's a wind one up the way.
Ah!
What the? It's another beetle.
Oh, it's a beetle.
Yeah. A Lionel giant thunderstag beetle, to be exact.
Why do they always have such awkward names?
I think it's a cool name.
Yeah. Take that, Teresa.
I've never been able to figure out why boys are so drawn to these things.
Huh?
What's the matter? Didn't you want to see it?
Yeah. Thanks.
When he was little, Oscar was always running around the woods collecting bugs. He'd get so into it,
Gotta get
it was
them
never
bugs.
long before he'd trip and hurt himself.
Did you grab bugs for him?
Yes, I thought they were gross, but I was much taller than him, and I had the reach. Once, he gave me a whole pile of cicada shells as his way of thanking me. I just screamed.
I'm sure he just wanted you to know how he felt. I can relate to that.
Rather unusual for a Malak like you to contemplate such things.
Well, I try to. It's just really hard sometimes.
It's okay, Lopset.
It's hard for people, too. Sometimes it feels insurmountable. And yet we can't give up.
No giving up.
Sometimes you just have to say what you believe in your heart, even if you're not good at saying it.
What I believe.
Crazy.
V, hurry up already!
Let's keep going.
What were you two talking about?
Nothing.
Oh, wait, there already is, dude? Oh, don't take it
You
down.
better be ready.
Honestly, I think it's probably what I should have been Dude, but they're gonna get exploded.
Whew. I thought we were done
Between
for.
8 and 12,000 experience. That adds up pretty darn quick. Lavender. the lone thing, so let's just...
I'll finish this
Oh, snap.
You broke! Here's your justice! Fight in order!
They were nothing.
So if I end up getting about 10 to... Yeah, around 10 times the experience, that's good. I want to pick it up. No, forget it. There we go. That was weird. Come on. Yeah, there we go.
I'll end this quickly.
Oh, snap. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Oh! Oh, that's cool! Oh, that was a lot of damage. Take it down, take it down, take it down. Got them all.
You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine.
I was a little bit lower, but okay, draw you in. Hey, can you come a little closer over here? Come on, come on, come on. There we go.
Always be on guard.
That's what I was trying to get. Yeah. Hey, thank you for spotting my
Blade of Heaven, yes, here's my enemy! Divine Favor! Holy fire! Are there more? I'll help you!
That was weird.
No escape! Holy fire! Feel stigma!
Be careful what enemies I use my mystical art on. Very nice. Yeah, I can do that fine. That's better than almost everyone. Got him.
Come on! Put up some
And leveled up again.
okay?
Ooh, treasure chest. $53.3.
I'll finish this quickly.
Oh, snap.
You broke me! Here's your justice! Fight in order!
Damn, son.
I need to be careful not to misuse my power.
This swamp's a big thing. Huh. I'm assuming they'll try that.
Hey, Laphicet. Found a new stag beetle, did you?
Yeah, Lady Teresa caught it for me.
Ooh, those pincers are sharp. Eisen, take a look at this fine specimen of a stag.
Wait, I believe that might be a two-horned rhinoceros beetle.
Listen, you two. If you're gonna get in another fight over this, I'll just say it's a new type of drone beetle.
You wouldn't.
You've really figured us out, huh?
Eleanor, you didn't make him say that just now, did you?
I did not. I've made a pact with him as a vessel, but he isn't tethered to me.
A Malak, acting so human.
I used to think that way. Malakim possessing free will just like humans? It was inconceivable. But meeting Laphicet and Eisen taught me the truth. They laugh in joyful times and cry in sad times. Their stomachs even growl too.
Their stomachs growl?
Yep.
Now I take it as a matter of course that not only Malakim, but demons and Therians too, have their own thoughts and feelings.
I thought you hated demons.
I certainly still do, but now I feel something besides just hate.
Malakim with free will? Demons and Therians as well?
You must have sensed that in Laphicet, or you wouldn't have caught that beetle for him. When you saw his beaming face, it must have reminded you of when Oscar was a young boy. Am I correct?
This conversation's over.
Teresa, be honest. Isn't there something wrong with the Abbey using a dangerous experimental art out in the field?
Oscar's the one who decided to go through with it. Don't presume to know anything about who he is.
She has a point. Really don't know who he is. Okay, so there's that one. You know what? What was that last one over here? They just turned, was it the fire one? Let's turn that back to fire. Oh, okay, then I already had it set fine. We gotta make these puzzles not difficult per se, just annoying. They also make up the level grinding in this game pretty crazy too, but the nice thing is you get battles coming in just right.
I knew this would be big.
Scout ship.
Come on. Oh, really? Really? Come on. You come this way. You come this way. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go.
I challenge you. Gaze upon my fire.
That's what I'm trying to do. You guys are trying to die. Boom, son. Bam, bam. The fact that it shows those barriers in the background is kind of cool. Got him.
Come on, really?
Almost 10,000 experience on that one. That is why it pays off that these guys mix. Okay, that's gonna connect down there. There's the wind. Come on. Come on. Come this way. Come this way. Come on. Hey. Hey, Sluggy. Sluggy. There we go. Now I got your attention. Come on. Come on. Now you wanna. What? There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. The Toki thing Go down, Sluggy. Down, take it down. Damn. Oh, snap. Yeah, that thing. Wow, that is epic powerful on her part. Got them all.
Your style is really unique.
Just wait until
Okay. So, with that being said, there's a wind one down there. Where's the shot? Ooh, treasure chest. Oh, what? Oh. Okay, there's one here. Is there any others? Any other enemies? Come on. Oh, way over there.
Using that art could be fatal. I can't allow Oscar to try it.
Lady Teresa, is something the matter?
There's always
It's
something
nothing.
the matter with her. She always has
I'm
stuff on
fine.
her mind.
But you looked like you were in pain.
Oh. I was just thinking a bit.
You didn't have time to rest after recovering from the Corsair's scourge. You're awfully hard on yourself, you know.
And even harder on others, am I?
That's not what I meant.
It doesn't matter. I'm well aware that I'm stone cold. But they say a Moloch never knows his vessel's heart. I said nothing all those times you snuck off to the library, did I?
You knew about that?
Of course I knew. But I was just letting you roam free like a master might let her little pup. Number one didn't wander about like you did. What makes you different?
I'm sorry.
Well, boys will be boys, I guess. But I was planning on punishing you if that behavior continued.
Punish me how?
You don't want to know. It might wreck your good cheer.
Lady Teresa!
Look at how open she's being. Do you really think she'll work with us?
I don't think she's lying to us. But I don't think she's being entirely truthful either.
No, she's not.
Look, I know I probably don't have to say this, but...
You don't. I won't let my guard down. If I see anything funny, she's dead. And since she has no Moloch, it'll be quick.
Alright, I'll be right back. I need to get something to drink. Okay, so there's the fire one. Broken artifact, so that right here. Let's go ahead and take on that last thing.
I'll show you the beauty of my stairway.
Take you down, take you down.
We're finished here. Let's
Oh,
go.
1,000 experience, wow. I guess it just depends on the combination of monsters. However... I do want to take on that big bad. Oh. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. There, those are good. Follow me stuff like an expert
Come on, really?
12,000! Oh, that's a lot of experience. Alright. Let's go find the red monster. Gold Eater. Assuming that's Gold Eater. Don't know if I'll get an experience for beating it, but it's one of the specialty monsters. I get a reward for it. Treasure chest. Alright, what else is there around here? Gold Eater? Great hit! On!
I don't think we have a chance.
Billionaire. 75,000. Or just shy of 75,000 HP. Recovery down 25%. Take this thing down. Oh! That one didn't do as much. How dare you guard? Stay down. Got it.
I refuse to fall here.
Baby. Alright, let's head back. Which way is back? I don't know which way is back. Alright, this way? No. There we go. There we go. Like I could hope. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ooh, treasure chest. Come on. Take it down, take it down, take it down. Dumb stuff. You're not good at things. Got them.
You're not hurt, are you?
What for me? Oh. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Well, I don't think I'm gonna get them to come together. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I didn't think I'd actually get them to come this close together. Come on.
Let's get started!
Get down. Wow. Oh, snap.
Hey, is everyone all right?
Boom, suckers. Boom. Hold on. What this? I come across so many random peoples. It's hard to keep track of them. She the one from last night? No. Oh, that's her. There we go. Come on, Sluggy. Hey, Sluggy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ooh, you almost touched me. Come in. Come in. There we go. Boom!
On to battle.
Put you guys down. Bam, bam. Boom.
Come on, really?
And leveled up. Alright, let's check my equipment real quick. Let's see, master. Throwing dash. Man, I got a lot of quartz ones all of a sudden. Alright, let's go ahead and swap them out. Alright, there's one. And perpetuity. That one. Continue on. Hey, Ice. AJ. Yeah, I can't even pronounce your name right. Hey, Ice. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. I've been going for about an hour, 45 minutes, approximately. Come on, tree. Come on, Sluggy Tree. Come on. Come on. Wait, actually, how much experience do I need to level up again? 54,000, okay. Let's get the experience.
Don't get overcome.
Okay? Oh, you're at work? Nice. How much longer do you have at your work for? Man, I love this feature from recently having the chat pull up in my OBS so I can see it. Damn, sorry, three. I'm just going to be working right now, but I'm saying. Alright, that's cool. Hey, lurking is fine. I appreciate lurk. Lower than the game volume? Hold on, let me adjust this real quick. That's weird, because in my settings, my volume for my game is lower already than my voice, but let me up this and lower that. Weird. Still just getting the settings adjusted. At least everything's working so far for the stream, which is good. It may only be 480p, but you know what? I'll take it. Once my gaming PC gets here, I'll be able to do better settings. Very nice. Boom! Sucker. Bam, 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 bam. Bam! Go down, Rocky. Bam, bam, bam. Got him.
Well then, let's move on.
Oh yeah. I'll probably have to retest like the settings stuff and reset things up, but it's all good. The nice thing is I already have a webcam for a mic, and the mic itself works pretty good. Down the road, I'll invest in getting better equipment, but just use what I got for now, you know what I mean? 12,570 experience, man! That just cut... that just took 20% off my leveling up for my next level. Aw. Yeah.
Scout ship departing.
You only use your headset mic? Oh, okay. I wonder if, with the mic I ordered, or, not, excuse me, not the mic, with my headphones I ordered, I forget if they actually have a mic attached to them or not. That I just don't remember. Seriously, I wish I could remember. Ooh, these ones. Let's just see what they are. Yeah, if my headset comes with a mic, I may adjust and use that, but... And who knows, maybe I'll eventually start using my webcam. I don't know. Like, for the actual camera part. I have it underneath my game capture. Let's see. I'm assuming that... You know what, Wait. Wait. Ah! There we go. Let's go back to where those things were. Because I want to try one more place. Yeah. You have a Monster Hunter Palico on your face? What's that? What do you mean? Monster Hunter Palico? I'm confused. Alright. Alright. Woo, I love my hoverboard. Ooh, save point. It's a cat? I don't have Monster Hunter World, so I don't know how that game works. I mean, I know it's you go and do all these missions and hunt and gather stuff to craft better armor, but oh. Okay, yeah, I've heard of those. One person I follow on Twitch, Rhoda Moda, he does that. I haven't done that personally myself because I don't have the software. It'd be kind of cool to try. Would definitely be cool to try, but not right now. Let's see. What is all back here? Oh, come on. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. Is that face rig a free download to use, or a free app or extension? Or do you have to pay for it? Because if it's free, I'd be down to use it. Wait, once I get my new rig, not on my current stuff. Aw. How much does it run? Is it like 10 bucks, 20 bucks? Because if I was to do it, I'd probably do a Squirtle. Ah! Back up, back up, back up. Come on, go down, bad guy. Die, die. Royalty free? 80? Wow. A live 2D model. Sounds like it's not worth it. Sounds like it's not worth it at all. Oh, if you got it all for 30 bucks, that's not too bad. Come on. There we go. On sale for 30 bucks. Ooh, 10,000 experience. Sweet. Oh, this is new.
Yeah, sort of.
Alright, she does water and fire magic. Treasure chest. Gotta love finding treasure chests. Ooh, a gold chest. Sweet. This gotta be a good item. Military hike. Okay. Sounds pretty cherry. Where is that other treasure chest? Oh, there's something there. That other way is to where the clearing is, but 13 tails coins. Dang, a lot of cat souls here. Ooh, another gold treasure chest. Sweet. Gold flyers. Okay, if it's an upgraded weapon, or a weapon that needs upgrading, it's not too bad. Alright, hoverboard. Alright, let's keep going. Let's go and save. be ready to go for this next area. 34 hours? Coming up on 34 hours? Right.
Teresa,
Oh, cool.
let's review our plan before we go in.
All right.
We'll tell Oscar that we'll release you if he gives up his weapons and Malachine. We'll tie him up, collect the Therian, and then head for the docks. Once we're aboard our ship and ready to sail, we'll release you. You'll be free to do whatever you want.
Very well. But I want you to promise me one thing. Promise me you won't hurt Oscar.
That depends on him. I'll defend myself if I have to.
Velvet, please, do it for me, too.
If you want to save Oscar, you need to make him listen. Put your own life on the line. You're his sister. Do whatever you have to protect him.
I will. Even if it means my death.
Aye, aye. Be crazy. Bam! Okay, now I can get back the quick way. Is there another treasure chest over here or something? Treasure chest. So I do need to go back and switch those switches on. How far back were they? Not too far back. There we go. Hoverboard, let's go! It really does speed things up. Might as well go ahead and save again really quick since I'm right here. I think I'm going to try and finish this game today if at all possible. I think I have a high enough level, but find out soon enough. There we go. Treasure chest. Quartz boots. There we go. Is treasure chest here?
We're almost at the Earth Pulse point. You all know the plan, right?
I'm using you as a hostage to keep Oscar from doing anything stupid. And don't you try anything funny either.
Summertime waistcoat. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. Take it down, take it down, take it down. Boom, 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 boom. What? Bam! Bam, 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 bam. Take it down, take it down, take it down, bam, bam. Take it down, take it down. Boom, boom. Got him. And pause really quick. I forgot to message one of my friends that I'm live. see. There you go. Yeah, I'm not super active, and I'm not on their Discord anymore. But yeah, I'm part of Team Hawaii. They're not a competitive stream team. They're just people in Hawaii and support each other. And I follow some of the different ones, but some of the people I follow haven't been live very often, so it is what it is.
Right? Right?
Okay, where's the other two? Alright, come on, you two. Come on. Come on. How's this? I got an okay amount of followers, considering I'm not the... even though I technically have a stream schedule posted. Oh. Yeah, follower-wise, yeah, I can make affiliate at any time, but it's not my desire. I just stream to have fun. I'm not just working on growing my Twitch, I'm working on growing my D-Live, that's why I stream on both at the same time. Yeah. I forget if I follow you or not, but I'll go ahead and drop you a follow, JD. I'll go ahead and drop you a follow. Dude, how many are you? Come on, pull it. Oh, you're getting close to the number. If you just stream even semi-regularly, no problem, no problem. 14 more to go. 13 actually, I think. Who knows? Maybe I'll decide to reapply for affiliateship and stuff. But I have a long history of stuff. Because even this channel isn't my original Twitch channel, but I still use it. Yeah. Yeah, those happen from time to time where you get random followers and you're not live. I've actually randomly had more of those recently than actual live people.
It was a close one, but I am the victor.
Alright. Where's the other treasure chest? Oh, one more good battle and I'll level up yet again. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, guys. Come on, trees. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, damn. Yeah. Hey, JD. One thing I was noticing about Tram's Discord is she doesn't have a place where people can post to go live. I know she automatically does because she owns Discord, but some different Discords, they have a thing where people can post and they go live. I'm just surprised she doesn't, but I don't know. I was also looking at Kaya's, and Kaya's is the same way. Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, if I remember correctly, Tram does follow my Twitch channel, but she has yet to actually come check on my stuff, but I know she's busy with her gaming. Like, she's probably gaming right now, probably playing Rust. Yeah, I knew it. She's playing Rust. I knew it. Yeah, but it's...
I unleashed all my power. Maybe I overdid it.
Yeah, true. Some people have that, and yeah, she is addicted to Rust. But you are right. Some Discords have it where if you go live, it'll change the stuff. But I don't have PC games. I use my console, PS2, PS3, PS4, mostly PS4. But maybe once I'm done beating this game, I'll go and play a PS2 game till I beat it or something, or maybe a PS3 game. I don't know. Ooh, I just leveled up too. Oh, that's surprising though that mine isn't posting me as live on. So hold on, I gotta adjust some. Streamer mode. Enable streamer mode. There it goes. Now it should show me as streaming. I was just noticing when you said that the thing. I just went and checked. Switch. What I need, the thing is, what I don't know with the Switch is if I need additional stuff to my Elgato to get the Switch to stream on my big screen or not. I just don't know. Level 58. Whoa, what the? Look at all the flowers. Oh, treasure chest. Oh, she's been needing a new weapon. Alright. Ooh, big battle. What the heck was that?
I knew you'd come, Velvet.
Alright.
Sister.
You stream Smash Bros. And Mario Kart 8 sometimes? Nah, you just need an HDMI cable to the back of your dock and put that in the Elgato, and the Elgato HDMI and your TV on. Oh, okay, okay. So in other words, with my setup I have, I just need to switch my HDMI cable around. Because if I remember correctly in the past, like they had some really weird stuff for the Nintendo systems, which is different than what Xbox and Sony had. Alright, let's continue. So I'm about to have a big epic battle.
Now put down your sword and let go of my theory. If you don't, I'll kill her.
Sounds good.
You coward.
I'm sorry to do this, Oscar. I'm searching for the truth behind the Abbey's talk of so-called reason.
And your idea of reason is to threaten my dear sister's life?
I'm sorry, Oscar. I've become nothing but a burden.
Teresa, no. It's not like that. All right. I'll put down my arms.
Wow, he's a trickster. He has something up his sleeve.
Teresa, get back!
Oh! Now that was funny.
Forgive me, Oscar. This is the only way I can protect you.
We've kept our end of the bargain. Take him and get out of here.
I can't do that. It will reflect poorly upon him.
Lady Teresa?
Have you forgotten? You're just a powerless human.
You're right. I am a weak, worthless human. But he has shown me the light, and it shines. My body is receptive to Inominat's power.
What?
And with it, I can protect everything I care about.
She's become a Therian? Oh, dang.
She turned into a Therian?
No, she fused with it.
I'll kill you all. Anything to protect Oscar.
Whoa. I did not see that coming. Could you... Dude, if somebody were to cosplay that, that'd be crazy. Dude. She's level 35, 57,557 HP. But I'm leveled up more than enough for her, so I'm not worried about it. Very nice. Whoa, what the? Oh, she just did her mystic art. Oh, dang. That didn't do very much, but... Dude! Wait, that's what I did. Oh, okay, what? You're confusing me now. JD, you're confusing me, man. You know what? I'm gonna do my own Mystic Art on her. Bam, 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 bam. Come on, do it, do it. There we go. Now her Mystic Art. Ascending Angel. It auto-modded. Wait, what? Wait, what? It auto-modded. So maybe berseria characters don't have that art. Mainly sword users in the Tail series have Demon Fang. Oh, true. I know what you're talking about. I've seen that. And I just won.
I can't lose. Not here.
Lady Teresa.
Stand down, or I'll devour you piece by piece.
It's okay, sister. You've done enough.
No, don't look at me. I'm so hideous.
Your brother still loves you regardless, Teresa. Don't you get it?
When I was growing up, the only one my mother and father ever paid any attention to was my older brother, the heir. But you, Teresa, you noticed me when they didn't. You looked after me, supported me, smiled for me. I could never thank you enough, my sister.
Dude, this story is so convoluted. Not as convoluted as Kingdom Hearts, but because it has so many twists and turns.
As long as you're looking after me, I can vanquish even the Lord of Demons. Take a good look. This is armatization.
Armatization? Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. I need to take a moment to take this in. So this is how this is the beginning of armatization that's used in Tales of Zestiria to get really powerful stuff. This is where it all began. Okay. Alright. He has even less HP, though.
He merged with his Moloch?
That's one hell of an art.
Oh! Mystic Art, bam! Person, very nice. Oh! Oh!
It's over yet. Don't give out on me yet, Armatus. It's over.
Come on. Come on, Art. Charge faster. Charge faster. Charge faster. Come on, come on. Oh, snap. He's doing a Mystic Art. There we go. Now I do it. Boom. Bam. 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 Boom. Got him. Got him. Armorization is powerful.
This has gone far enough.
No, it hasn't. You people hurt my sister.
He's losing control of the Moloch, damn it! He's turning into a dragon!
Velvet, quick! Devour that thing! Stop! He's still...
Oh, snap. And she saw that.
You killed him. No, he was a good kid. He gave me this pair of earrings for my birthday.
Oh, man.
They're family heirlooms that were supposed to go to his fiancée, but he didn't know that at the time. I told him he should give them to the woman he cares most about in the world. And you know what he did? He smiled at me and said I was that woman.
Oh, man.
So sweet, so innocent. And you took him away! You killed my Oscar! How could you? How could you?
So no different.
How could you?
Don't do it!
Oh, snap.
You're so hurt. I'll get you all fixed up.
She's just defending herself, but
Don't cry, Oscar. You're
brutal.
strong. You're so strong.
Wait, why did this switch off?
Teresa. Oscar.
That's not what she wanted to do.
And we didn't even get the Therian we came for.
Oscar came at him first.
He did come at you first.
I had to. It was for Luffy. For my little brother.
And bubble. Oh, dang, that's a lot of experience. I mean, that's a lot of experience. Ooh, can enhance items up to level 9. Sweet. I still have no idea how long this game is, or how far I am from the end of it.
They're dead. No, not just dead. I killed them. I'm the same as Artorias. I killed her brother before her very eyes.
It's not the same.
No, it's not.
It is the same! But I didn't have any choice! It was the only way to avenge you! It was all for you!
I did it for you! I didn't want this.
There's nowhere left to run.
Nowhere for you or for me.
Wow.
Nowhere left.
You all right?
I ate too much. That's all.
They were close. They supported each other ever since they were
Man.
children.
I just did to them what they were going to do to us.
And who will killing them save?
The soul of my murdered brother.
Oh.
Whatever the case, we messed up the Therian part of the plan. They're probably making a new one as we speak.
There's no time to waste. Let's go back to the port and start our search.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that Velvet wanted to do that. She had no choice. Transgressors. Chains. Oh, just get it for progressing the story. Alright, so let's continue.
Take. Scout ship setting.
Alright.
Had to do it. All of it.
Velvet.
Wait, why? There we go. Do, 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 do.
I never expected that Velvet would actually eat Teresa.
What else could she do? We never expected that Teresa would be a Therian either.
Velvet and Lady Teresa weren't so different. They both loved their brothers.
Not everyone loves their brothers. Some just want them dead.
So where does this leave
Brutal.
us?
It seems we must search for the new Therian that will fill the void left by Teresa.
It won't be easy to find another who could become a Therian.
Then it won't be easy for the Abbey either. And they still may not be able to awaken Innominat. We still can't assume that we're in the clear, though.
No, we can't.
If it takes time for the Therian to be reborn, this could be our chance to strike.
Whatever happened, the seven Therian's ties have been severed from Innominat. But we won't know if the Empyrean has been weakened until we find out for ourselves.
I can try
Oh, you never
and
got
see
this
if I
far in the
can
game?
sense the new Therian. So let's go back to the prison island first. But I think Velvet needs time to rest.
Right.
Yeah.
If we're gonna take down our
This game's just got so many twists and turns.
Yeah.
It's not convoluted, it's just getting deeper. Alright. Take hoverboard. I'm on the mood to do battling. The neighborhood kids are just screaming outside. They're enjoying their summer though. Yeah. Symphonia 1 and 2. I have those games on my PS3, but I have yet to really play them much. Same thing with Zillia 1 and Zillia 2. I did finish Vesperia. That I did do. Vesperia, the definitive edition on the PS4, I beat that before I beat Zesteria, and Zesteria I'm beating before this one. Summer in Hawaii can be very muggy. Yeah. It's actually not too bad right now. There's a good breeze going through. I have my windows open, my front door open, my screen door closed, my fan on. I'm actually pretty comfortable right now. I don't know necessarily how much longer I'll be streaming for, though. Just gotta wait and see. Which one is the sword and the stone one? That I don't know. Oh, Sword and Stone, that's Zesteria. That's actually the game that came. It's part of the Berseria series, but it came out before this one.
Hidden after all.
It wasn't me. I didn't tell them anything. Then you won't have any problem helping us. We're rescuing the Therians.
Of course not. I won't let them take Kamoana again.
Wait, that information came from the Bloodwings?
No, from a peddler I often do business with.
Exorcist operations like this are usually kept a closely guarded secret. And you're telling me a regular civilian knew about it?
You think it's a trap?
Trap or not, we don't have a choice.
Our enemies know the odds. If they've set a trap for us, that means they think they can win.
The Armatus!
Yes, they're likely to throw armatized exorcists at us.
Even your demon arm can't eat Armati. You might just have a real problem on your hands.
If I can't devour them, then we kill
Ooh.
them.
Yeah, if we overcome the Armati, we can win.
Yeah,
Like with
you might.
Oscar. But his
You would
Armatus
definitely
was
like
still
Zesteria.
incomplete.
You should actually play and beat Zesteria before you finish Berseria, because Berseria is a prequel to it and has a lot of things that lead into it. But then again, you can play them in either order. Either way is fine.
To think they would go that far.
Berseria has the better story and the better graphics, but Zesteria has the bigger open world.
Make sure not to leave
So
any regrets behind.
just gotta take your pick. They're both good games, though. And honestly, I don't have any clue how much I have left in Berseria.
I really can't fathom what the Abbey is doing.
There's just a lot of stuff going on. I don't know.
Why would they leave us be? I would have expected them to press the attack against us.
Even if their aim is to capture our allies as some kind of leverage against us, their plan is too many holes.
What if we decided to abandon Kamoana and the others?
Well, my head's starting to bug me a little bit, so I'll stream a little bit more. Because, like I said, again, I don't know how much is left of this game, but I'll get as far as I can, and then if I get
So he could capture her, right?
my neighborhood kids. Anyways, if I get to where I'm not feeling 100%, I'll save and just end my stream.
Important to them. Why would they throw Orthrus to the winds?
That's a puzzler. Melchior was right there. He didn't try to protect Orthrus at all.
I don't understand it. It's like they're toying with us.
I don't see any point in that either. They must know we won't give up.
Actually, that could be close to the mark. What if they're just trying to rattle us? Everything would fit, including the assault on Titania.
Whatever's going on, I don't think we're going to like it.
Alright. Oh, there's another one? Wait.
So, Eleanor, about that Armatus Oscar used, was that something the Abbey has been working on for a while?
I was never involved in weapons development or anything like that, but I did hear of a secret research division. Word was that they were deciphering ancient scrolls and books coming from every corner of the Empire. Apparently, Teresa knew something of the ancient tongue, and they called her in to help from time to time.
Did she work on Inominat's book?
I was never privy to any of the details, but I think the books were mostly about controlling Malachim.
Well, that Siegfried thing of Zavid's is some kind of power control device, right?
The Abbey probably learned about Siegfried in one of those books, and realized they could use it to armatize.
So Melchior tracked Zavid down and stole the formula. Makes sense.
It was also they could create the Armatus.
Will Ifrit be alright?
Complete or not, they've seen that they can use the Armatus in battle. They have no use for him anymore.
Let's get back to Titania, Eisen. I'll help out with the ship.
Right. Let's set sail.
Alright. Let's get back to Titania. Let's upgrade some items though, real quick. Dang, I got a lot of items. Let's see. Dang, a lot of items in dismantle. Alright, now enhancing. Let's see. I don't want to use all my silver on that. Let's see, gold scrap. Alright. Let's set sail. Let's sail back to Titania. Do 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 do. Yenfu, what are you doing?
It's an urgent message. Let him know that they'll be arriving at Titania within a few hours.
So it was you all along, Bienfu.
Yenfu's betraying him?
Miss Magilu!
I'm surprised I didn't sense it. There is a gesh on you, interfering with our pact. Well played, Melchior. Impressive. That old man must have planned planned all of this, from the very moment you escaped me. Even my imprisonment in Titania and my encounter with Velvet. All calculated down to the minute.
Melchior behind the whole thing.
Nice.
Forgive me, Miss Mogiloo. There was no way I could fight against Lord Melchior's arts.
I don't care. I don't care about anything. And I don't care that I don't.
Why did she not care about anything?
Oh no! You've caught me red-handed! I've been in league with the Abbey this whole time!
That's not true. I'm the one you want.
We were listening. We heard it all.
Oh, boring. Fine then. Do with us what you will.
It's not like I trusted you to begin with. Spy or no spy, this was inevitable. Besides, you're not sorry. Make yourself useful and fight for us.
You're good at this cruelty that's also compassion thing, aren't you?
I just don't have the time to deal with you two. After this whole business is over with, I'll devour you, if that's what you want.
Hey, Velvet. Tell me, what does it feel like to hate? Does it torment you? Is it agony? Does the searing fire of your hatred empower you to feel? Does it give your life meaning where there was none?
Why does Mogiloo care?
Land ho! Titania! There's an Abbey ship in the front docks!
Take us around back! If you want your answer, fight by my side. You'll see it the very moment I kill Artorias.
In the face of doom, still the crow caws defiantly. You really know how to vex me.
I'm starting to wonder if Mogiloo has something to do with... Seriously, I'm wondering if she has something to do with Innominat directly. I really do.
So, you're using the forbidden arts. This has to be Melchior's doing.
Stop! I'm the one you want.
The Lord of Calamity.
Yep.
That again? What a melodramatic name.
It's what you're called by the scores of citizens whose lives you've ruined. Face the enormity of your sins.
What idiocy. We'll carve the weight of your sin from your flesh. We are the wings of the divine will.
Yep, harmonization.
They are mad at us! As expected.
But they're definitely not the same category as the ones in Zestaria. Bam! Boom, 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 boom. Oh, the other one died already. And these guys' harmonization's weak compared to Zestaria's ones, but this is the beginning stages of it.
Them. I have to kill.
Oh, they're fading.
So this is it.
They destroyed themselves.
Just as I expected.
The Abbey. They know exactly what they're doing.
They're just willing to sacrifice anyone.
grimoire. Where are the Therians? Couldn't tell you. They came out of nowhere, and before I knew it, we were all split up.
How's the book?
Nearly done, but I'm still working on the critical passages at the very end. All of you, get on board the Von Eltia. I'll find the Therians.
Oh? You really think we can make it past a horde of armatized exorcists?
Stay behind. I don't care. Don't touch that!
You don't have to do this alone. We're all in this together. And I promise I'll protect you, Velvet.
You'll protect me. Long ago, Laffy said the same thing. But that sort of idealistic drivel will kill you. Make your worthless promises. They won't change reality. Look what happened to Laffy. Dead. Murdered. And I couldn't protect him either.
Velvet.
In the end, no matter how much he cared for me, my only brother,
I feel bad for Velvet.
torn away from him. Oh, it must have hurt.
Velvet.
You worry about yourself, Laffy said. That's an order.
An order.
We have to keep Inominat out of the picture, so that I can kill Artorias.
Indeed.
Let's go. We'll push the enemy back and keep an eye out for the Therians.
Where's the...
Curse you, Abby! This place was finally starting to feel like a hideout.
I hate to say it, but we can't beat the exorcists. All we can do now is protect this harbor with our very lives.
Aye, let's do it. We'll guard your back, Eisen. So don't worry about us. Go give those exorcist dirtbags a big old beatdown.
You got it. I'm counting on you to protect the docks.
I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and save here. I'm gonna go ahead and save here and end my stream. I will host somebody to see who's live. Let's see who I can give a host to. Actually, I know who I'm gonna host. Come on, just gonna load. Nah, I'll go over here. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and host my buddy Vicky Bunny Angel. So please go give her a views and check out her stuff. If I can type her name in correctly. Thanks again, everybody, for stopping by my stream. I might stream again later, but I'm just hitting a wall right now. And I'm also getting a little hungry, so I'm gonna take a little break, and I'll probably come back again in a couple hours. All right, thanks again, everybody, for stopping by.